Sarawak's Premier says the successful implementation of subsea power cables to Singapore could become a pilot for larger-scale deployment of such infrastructure as part of the ASEAN power grid. In an exclusive interview with CNA's Jeraldine, Sarawak Premier Abang Johari Openg also shared his hopes for further collaboration.
Hydrogen buses in Kuching are part of Sarawak's drive to become a major renewable energy player in the region. Earlier this month, Singapore has also signed a deal to import 1 gigawatt of low-carbon electricity from the Malaysian state.
With regards to the collaboration between Sarawak and Singapore, what is one point that genuinely excites you about this collaboration, and what is the one thing that people can look forward to?
We have very good bilateral relations between Singapore, Malaysia, and particularly Sarawak. And we have to reinforce this relationship by actual collaboration in terms of energy supply to Singapore. We are very fortunate that by the year 2030 we have surplus energy. We are finalizing how to bring power from Borneo, particularly from Kuching, through a place called Tondong to Singapore. And I believe we will be able to complement or implement this through the agreement between Singapore. We got the conditional buying of power or export to Singapore, and Singapore importing that 1 gigawatt. And I hope this can be achieved by the year 2032.
So part of this deal to supply energy from Sarawak to Singapore involves the construction of undersea cables.
Yes.
And previously you had mentioned that you expect the construction to start next year. Yes. So are there any updates on this project so far? Who is going to be in charge of constructing these undersea cables, etc.?
The negotiation is on between the parties that will implement the project. I believe it's a consortium where Singapore has interest and perhaps Malaysia also has interest, with international participation, because it's a huge project and huge financing. And I think things are on the right path. And based on that, I think we can implement the project soonest. And that will be for the benefit of Singapore as well as Malaysia, particularly Sarawak. But it become, I think, a pilot for us to develop our ASEAN grid interconnection. But for us in Sarawak, we have been supplying power to Indonesia, Kalimantan, and by end of next year, we'll be supplying to Sabah, and perhaps right to Brunei. In other words, that part of ASEAN grid will be materialized by 2030.
And apologies for that. Jeraldine was speaking not to Sarawak's Prime Minister, she was speaking to Sarawak's Premier.